Hey Cancer! What's up guys? This is JJ and welcome to your March 2017 forecast. All my new viewers, welcome! Thanks for being here. So I hope everyone had a good February 2017. It was by like such a slow month. I'm so glad February's over. Don't know how you guys feel, but that's how I feel at least. Yay for March! Yay for March! Like nothing spectacular has happened yet, for me at least this March, but I'm optimistic that it's just going to be better than February. I think anything's going to be better than February. So, Cancer, what's up? You guys have been pretty emotional, I have to say. Like, Jesus, like, wouldn't want to push your buttons, but it doesn't even take a person to push your buttons anymore. Like, a lot of things are getting on your nerves really quickly. It's like you really want to have your way in this period, but the problem is that you're letting your emotions cloud your judgment as well, and every time you raise your hopes about something and it doesn't work out the way that you expect, you end up feeling more disappointment than usual because like it's just an extra emotional period right now, and you want to get things done, you want things to pick up the pace, so you're kind of rushing into all these projects and you're not really calculating. You're not being as calculative about it. Why? Again, because you're letting your emotions cloud your judgment. And this is like the feeling that I'm getting for you guys. I'd like to be able to put it into context. Hopefully the cards will help with this. So far with the cards, there's the King of Wands, the Sun, which is such a nice card to have, the Seven of Swords, and this is like here this is what I mean by rushing into things without thoroughly planning. And you have the Six of Wands, actually getting away with it. So this is what we have for now. I'm going to continue shuffling, but what I make for this is that there's a lot of up and downs between good times and bad times. There is, every time you think, okay, things are finally settling, things are getting better, boom, you fall into trouble somehow. You're down in trouble, you feel like you're in the pits of hell, and like you don't even know how you're going to climb out of it. Again, this is just all your emotions, like heightened emotions affecting you, and then boom, the sun comes out to play with you, and all of a sudden you feel so much better. Or a friend visits you and takes your mind off of things, you go out and you're able to have a good time, but it's all very temporary. Like you are going back and forth between these temporary states of happiness and feeling distraught, and like, when are things actually going to just level out? I want to feel constant, and right now things are not very constant, and that leads to stress, and stress leads to illness or disease, which leads to a decrease in your immune system. And with Saturn, kind of like how Saturn is aspecting your sign right now, like I would just urge you to watch out for your health and just to take it easy on yourself. Like the moment you start to feel like you're getting pissed off or someone's pissing you off, man, just leave the room. Seriously. Go for a walk by the beach, in a park. I don't know, it depends where you live, but just have a breather. Try to avoid putting yourself in a stressful situation, because this is going to be a stressful month, Cancer, where things are going to take off for you. Work-wise, you're going to have a lot to do. You will feel fulfilled this way, and because of this great emotional tie, like the connection that you're making between work and emotions and most things, but especially work, in your work sector, then how you feel, your mood is going to be paramount to the results that you achieve. So if you are feeling fantastic, you will produce fantastic work, and by producing fantastic work, you will receive an increase in wealth and finances and an abundance in money that way. So there is an immediate, I want to say that there is a strong correlation between the way that you feel and how successful you will be this month in business, because that is a more accurate statement, that there is a correlation. Correlation does not equal causality. However, I am inclined to say that it can lead up to causality, depending on how much importance you give and how much weight you give your emotions when it comes to making certain decisions. So, will you make a decision to move on with a project that comes your way because you happen to be in an ultra good mood and you have a very good feeling about this project? Again, mood, feelings, appraisal, we're talking about emotions here. Is that going to be the basis of which you actually say yes or no to a project, or will you be basing your decisions more on practical things like, can I afford it? Does it make sense in the long run? What are the opportunities for us to create significant revenue and profit from this? How soon will we break even? These are more practical things that have absolutely nothing to do with actual feelings, right? So, but other than that, honestly, like Cancer, it's looking really good as long as you have positive mindset in store. Like, I see you having such a great time this March because you will enjoy work. You will enjoy work. For those of you who appreciate your jobs. If you're miserable in your job, well, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Get yourself out of there. Try to take a few days off. Try to have a weekend getaway, so that, because you are more prone to feeling really susceptible and under the pull of your limbic brain, my friends. Your limbic brain, which is still a step up higher from your reptilian brain, thank goodness. However, it is a step beneath your more cortical brain, which is where things like rational decision making comes into play. So cards aren't popping out very, very easily, but like the last 3 cards that have come out are wonderful. 10 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and 8 of Wands. Man, good times ahead for you, seriously. Times of celebration, times of happiness. You're going to be spending more time with your family, your loved ones, your friends, going out for drinks. You're going to be receiving all sorts of lovey-dovey messages and just good times, good conversations, good conversation. People, or conversations. Good people around you, taking your mind off of the stress. What's up? Cards are not popping out. Because maybe that's it. Maybe that's all there is to say. Here's your card of financial abundance. Yay! Can it really get any better? Seriously, can it get any better than this? And with the sun, you know, things can't really get any better. Just actually, you know what? I want you to ask yourself, can it get any better? And watch it get better. Watch it get better. I just did Sagittarius's reading before yours, and in Sagittarius's reading I came to the conclusion that they should be the ones who own up to the way that they feel this month of March. So they'll decide basically whether or not they get their hearts broken as a result of their own actions and consequences, i.e. they are taking full responsibility for feeling a broken heart, if this happens to be the case for Sagittarius, or they decide not to take responsibility and point fingers and blame this person or that person for the mess that they've gotten themselves into. This month, it's kind of a little bit similar for you guys. I don't see any broken hearts here, don't get me wrong. I just see that you are the ones who should ultimately take charge of the direction in which your emotions go in, because it's really going to have a significant consequence, okay, with work and how much money you earn. Like, seriously, you have the power to convince yourself that you're in such a bad mood that it makes you physically ill to be able to go into work the next day, and that is obviously going to have repercussions. Likewise, or otherwise, you could also feel very happy and so optimistic that you give your work your all. You just pump it full of passion. And I have here the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I don't see your element here at all. And okay, there's the Queen of Swords here as well. So it's smooth for a while until this person comes in. And I don't know who this is. Typically they are an air sign, but they don't have to be an air sign. It doesn't have to be a female either. But in this reading, there is a couple that is present. And this couple is very much, they are married, or they've been together for quite a long time if they're not married. And so the King of Wands and Queen of Wands are fire signs here. But this can also just be your energy. Because this can just be your fiery energy heading in the right direction of so much positivity, where you are you're riding towards the sun here, as opposed to howling at the moon, because the moon is your ruler. And so sometimes things can just get a little bit too harsh for you, and you become overwhelmed, and not in the best way. And this month I feel like if you get overwhelmed, it's in a good way, actually. In a good way. And wow, hot damn, there's just a lot of passion on the horizon. I wouldn't be surprised if there are a few hookups here and there, flings. Just really, really good time with friends, yeah? I think you have one of the best readings this month, Cancer. Cool. But there's just so much going on that I advise you to take needed rest, be good to yourselves. Don't overwork yourself. Oop. Bam! Your last card. You see? Can it get any better? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. I don't know who this potential union could be with. I see something here, okay, pertaining to an air sign. because this air sign is walking, or not walking, it's just pointing in the direction of this Ace of Wands. And this Ace of Wands can represent lust, can represent sex. So you don't have to share strong feelings for this person. It doesn't have to be like mushy, romantic, lovey-dovey, or anything like that. It can just be pure sexual attraction between you and this air sign here, whether or not this develops into something like, you know, actually turns into this Two of Cups feeling. I'm not entirely sure, especially, you know, because we have the Queen of Wands here, and I just want to say, you know, watch out for a third party involvement. So if this is just a fling and nothing but a fling, there might be a reason for this, because this person might be a little bit on the flaky side of things, and this person may not be very faithful to their partner at this time and is just looking to have a good time with you, and like the connection is just so strong that you can't deny it. You just want to go for this person basically, and you may not even be aware that they have another partner, because this might be someone that you just meet randomly through friends, actually, at a party. And one thing leads to another, and the next thing you know, you're at their place or they're at your place, and boom. So I would just be alert of third party possibility here, not to burst your bubble with this whole Two of Cups union here. But I also don't feel a very strong connection, okay, between this Two of Cups and this Queen of Swords here. I somehow feel like they are two separate events that occur. So this might mean that some of you have suitors this month, like several suitors, and you get your pick. In which case, I'm happy for you. The Eight of Wands can really represent Cupid's arrow, like just shooting at you, coming at you full speed here. And so just because of where it's actually positioned, I'm inclined to say then that this romantic, you know, the possibility of this union, because there's obviously no guarantee of anything, right? Could be with this Queen of Wands here. So your chances for passion may lie within a fire sign: Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. But so long, I mean, I can tell you though, that as long as you're feeling good, as long as you really make the most of this awesome energy from the Sun card, and you harness all of this possibility, okay, and you use this emotion and you channel it positively into your work, which is just one and the same thing this month, okay? It's on the same level of love. Like it's just the same thing. How you feel in love is how you're going to feel at work. So just be extra mindful of this month, Cancer. So as long as you channel this positive emotional feelings of love into work, you will be really successful at work this month. And that will trigger more money to come in, okay? And if it's like, okay, I get it. Most of us have secure incomes, so it's not like our salary changes from month to month. But if you happen to be an independent contractor or a freelancer, which this Nine of Pentacles very much represents, you know, someone who works for themselves, you are self-employed. then there is a larger chance, that you'll make more money, or that your ideas, if you are working for a firm, will be money-making ideas that will come back to you later. They'll multiply in dividends, not necessarily this month, but in the months to come, you will see how these ideas transform and they become money-making eventually. And what's beautiful about this is that you start off with love, and you use this love for work, and then it just and you continue the cycle, and you come back full circle. You come back where you started, in love. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? This is how things can come full circle, and this is energy that is going to take a while to play out, especially in your case. We can't expect all these things to happen in 1 month. Yes, I do these monthly readings, right? But to be honest, if I had a say in any of this, and if I wasn't preoccupied with thinking of things like, pleasing everyone who comes to this channel, thinking about things like my income, for instance, being a little bit selfish here, I would recommend, like a lot of tarot readers out there recommend, that more time go between each reading. So some tarot readers argue that monthly readings are too much, because how much can the energy possibly change from month to month? How different can things be? If you get radically different cards from 1 month to the next, how reliable are these readings? Really are. How reliable are these readings, right? So some tarot readers, at least in the UK, I don't know about tarot readers in other areas, would suggest, leaving a gap of 3 months before you get another tarot reading. But this is a general reading, and so the reason why tarot readers, I think, on YouTube stick to this, some of them are on a daily basis, some on a weekly basis, some do it bi-monthly, and some do it monthly, like me, is because they know that they're targeting a general population, and that not everyone is going to come and attend these readings consistently, like every day or every week or every month. So when you come to this reading, it is the right reading for you in that moment. And there is a message or two to take away from this, Sagittarius. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Yeah. Some months my readings may be more valid for people, in the United States. Other months my reading could be more valid for people in South Africa. Other months for people in the Middle East. Other months for people just widespread across the continent. It really depends. I really truly believe that everything happens for a reason, and you come to watch this particular video for a reason, so that you could hear something being said from a different perspective. To me, that is the value of tarot, and that is where you can gain the most out of these tarot readings. So yeah, that's just a little, I just wanted to say that, basically. So just to be mindful that these energies take time to play out. I've been watching, feeling really chatty. Maybe I should shut up, but then again, this is my channel, so I'm just gonna wing it however way I want to. I like to read people's conversations on YouTube, like the comments that occur and stuff. And some people get bothered that a lot of readings that they come to will say something like, they say something like, oh, you're gonna meet the one for you this month. I swear this person's gonna be the one for you this month. Or for a female, for a male, it doesn't matter if you're heterosexual, it doesn't matter if you're homosexual. The point is that you're gonna find someone this month. This is the month where you have true love. Every month. Okay, the month has began and it has ended, and I don't see this love. And I used to be one of those people. I used to be one of those people that would just obsessively like go over several tarot readers. I would just screen every tarot reader on YouTube. And a lot of tarot readers would be like, yeah, true love this month. And I'll be like, tell me more. Like, to the point where you numb your brain, right? So I can't promise this for everyone, and I'm not saying that this is the case for everyone. Some of you are in happily committed relationships. Others of you are single. Others of you might meet someone this month, but the rest of you may not. That's the actuality of it. The lesson that needs to be learned here, though, is that your energy is everything. Your energy is what will ultimately put you in the right path towards meeting this person who you're destined to meet. And if this is not a person, this is simply a reunification with your own higher soul, finding your own purpose and finding the love that you may have lost for yourself, finding that self-love, that you are very worthy of. Whoever is watching this, you're all very worthy of loving yourself. And know that when you love yourself, you love what you do, you put your love in everything that you produce, that you create, that you speak, that you feel, that you think, it all comes back around. Always. Energy is never destroyed. It is just always recreated in another way, in another form. So trust that you can channel your love into your work this month. And that work can be channeled into an abundance of, let's say, financial gain. And that financial gain can maybe help you feel a bit more settled and comfortable in your own skin. Perhaps, I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be the case, because you're not superficial people at all. It's just that we're humans and we need this support every month. Like, if we don't have enough money, let's say, to pay for our rent, to pay for our food, to pay for our necessities, then we're not necessarily going to be the happiest people, or not as happy, perhaps, right? But then you will bring up your happiness, bring up your health, bring up your faith, open up to this possibility, and the right person comes back to you to feed you this love that you've been feeding the universe. And on that point, I shall conclude this reading. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for all your support. And I will speak with you in April. Bye.